Hello and welcome back to Check That Book, a special place on the internet where we get acquainted with arguably the most disturbing books ever written. And as you might have noticed, I am at a new place for a wee bit, and these are things that we just need to get used to and tolerate for some time because life. Recently, I've posted about this as well, by the way. We celebrated 1 full year of this wonderful channel. Hooray! I would like to verbally now thank everyone who supports the channel by doing something as simple as just hitting the subscribe button and providing my videos with another one of the erect thumbs. Today, however, we continue exploring the world of the disturbing books and pieces of literature with Ulla Isaksson's The Virgin Spring. Ulla Isaksson, again, depends on where you're from and how do you pronounce this one. But The Virgin Spring is not that well known on its own, but rather the various adaptations and rewritings of this text and abuse, dare I say, in media culture, in cinematography per se. As you might have noticed on the thumbnail, yes, The Virgin Spring has inspired movies such as The Last House on the Left, I Spit on Your Grave, and so on and so forth. A lot of revenge movies are based on something similar to The Virgin Spring or downright on this very concept, the very idea of this story. And if you know at least one of the films I mentioned, or if you know the subgenre of the subgenre, horror, disturbing, and revenge, well, if you know any movies from that category, then you know where this is going to head. Trigger warnings, as usual with this sort of material, but again, if you're here, if you're on this channel, if you click this video, then you most likely know the drill and what we are going to talk about. So let me introduce you to The Virgin Spring. A young and proud virgin, a maiden, yes, rides through the woods and gets brutally assaulted by 3 herdsmen. That's basically it. Whilst the act of is horrid on its own and it's quite enough to put off a lot of readers, it's not just that. The disturbing factor and the brutality is not just the sexual assault in the story. We add to the fact, to the assault, that she is a virgin, which is... Besides all of that, there is the other half of the story, where the parents of the girl, mainly the father, takes revenge on those herdsmen. In scenes of savage impact, the father takes brutal revenge on those 3 guys, and that's the story. There's not many spoilers if you already know the legend. This is, after all, supposedly a Swedish tale that's passed on throughout the 7 centuries, if I'm not mistaken. Do your own research, because it depends on the source material that you have, but honestly, Wikipedia should be enough. This is an infuriating and disgusting story that is definitely not for everyone, and as for me personally, I've seen and read a lot of crazy stuff, but when it comes to the disturbing, I might have a thick skin, and I can tolerate quite a lot when it's fictional writing, but I always have a wee bit of a problem with sexual assault, because not just because I'm a woman and it's difficult for me to read. No, sexual assault can be committed by a woman against other women, against men, against children. I mean, we've talked about Tampa, for example, on this channel. I don't recommend it, but check it out if you're into the disturbing and you just want to expand your knowledge, so to speak, your knowledge of these disturbing books. But yes, no, it's such a private matter. It gets. I mean, how much closer can you get? How much more intimate can you get with another person, and against their will, to boot? Well, that's just invasion on all levels: psychological, physiological, intimate, sexual, moral. It's difficult, and reading The Virgin Spring wasn't a fun time for me. And also watching its adaptation and various remakes, reboots, other adaptations, etc. Yeah, I've seen a lot. It's never a pleasurable pastime. And if it would be, then I would have questions to myself. Specifically about The Virgin Spring, well, there is this slight subplot with the servant of the young virgin maiden who got assaulted, who witnesses the entire thing and returns home. What does she do with the information she witnesses? Why didn't she help the main character? Well, read it for yourself. I mean, it is interesting, yeah, but it's more infuriating than it is just interesting to read, honestly. And it really just, books such as this, stories such as this, really just make you want to be extra careful with your surroundings and be mindful, which is, again, it's kind of the point of the disturbing literature, I suppose. Be on your guard, because unfortunately the world, once again, I'll repeat, I've said it before, I'll say it again, the world is a sick and a sad place, and yeah, do your best to protect yourself, right? That was a short introduction to The Virgin Spring. Yeah, feel free. It's out there. Do your research. You can pretty much read it for free online if you want to. Yeah, again, this is definitely not for everyone. So if you are sensitive towards certain subjects that I've mentioned, then maybe just stay clear of this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like disturbing content, consider giving this video a boost in the form of an erect thumb, and make sure to subscribe for more. I hope that the change of the setting and the sound didn't really affect the video much, but yeah, it is what it is. I travel a lot. So yes, till soon, take care of yourselves and your loved ones and be mindful. Goodbye.